I'm Grumps. I'm not so Grump. And we're the GameGrumps.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back, Aaron. Excuse me. Today, the part of Monica will be played by Aaron because he can do the "I am FriendArin" voice better.
It's great to see you again, FriendArin. Monica smiles sweetly. It looks like they're almost the same person drawn from that angle.
Yeah. Wow.
We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. She would say things like, processing.
I like to imagine that, like, her hair just stays like that all the time.
I use a lot of gel.
Much gel and motor oil was required.
Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, and smart. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, FriendArin. We made room for you at the table so you could sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Finger pyramid of evil contemplation. Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori.
Choose your fate for the next 30 years of your life.
Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori.
You just have to imagine all this is happening because God knows we didn't animate it.
Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
Where am I? 3, 2, 1, hide and seek!
Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Just trust me, that's what they look like.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know.
Does she have a tiny green tooth all of a sudden? Why?
She really does.
Why is that?
Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow, then Natsuki, then this guy named Fred.
I'll eat one of these cupcakes once I'm done eating this single pea that's attached to the top of my mouth.
Just can't get rid of it.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Ooh, scandalous.
Show it, draw it.
I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite.
Oh my God, this is riveting.
Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself.
It's clearly poisoned.
This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't heard this somewhere before.
made them for you or anything.
It's a meme. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Oh, I didn't.
It's not like I like you or anything. It's
Oh.
like a very typical tsundere thing to say.
Yeah, thing that you're about to betray the fact that you super like the person.
Yeah.
Totally. I've done it a million
I
times.
thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe, but not for you, you know, dummy.
all right, jeez.
Fucking, you blew it already.
I give up on Tsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? That's you, sorry.
Oh, that's me.
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
Sorry I did an impression of you just a second ago.
Was it accurate? After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess?
Why do kind of one of my nips show through this jacket, but definitely not the other one?
I think it's just how it's shaded.
Oh, in that case, Dan looks like a fucking creeper now. Cool.
Don't let yourself get intimidated.
Insert human laughter.
Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Eh? That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
What's over here? I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Not. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Are you? Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
Oh, thank God.
Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Or at least what the equivalent of smiling would be.
Yeah, she definitely has the robot look to her, doesn't she?
So, what made you consider the literature club?
My programming tells me that if I start a sentence with so, it seems more human.
Seems more human.
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised.
The club is set up to make incredible logical sense.
Oh, sorry. I thought you'd be talking long.
No problem.
I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to take a sip of my soda. Oh, shit.
No, you took the sip loudly, though, so it covers a lot.
Okay, cool.
Everyone at home will be like, oh, he's sipping soda, as
Yeah.
opposed to like, do they hate each other
It's a
now?
good narrative there.
Totally.
How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Weren't you a leader of the Robots Anonymous club last year?
I know not of what you speak. She
She
speaks into her watch. He knows too much.
He can see. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events.
The Democrats and Republicans.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy, is that the word enjoy, proper word, and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I am fulfilling that dream.
I am 8.5% pleased with my statement. Monica really is a great leader. Ooh, look at the hands touching. Do you see that underneath the word
Whoa,
bubble? Hey.
dude.
Hello.
You're a great teacher.
I also nod in agreement.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
There is a difficulty of 86.8%.
Not many people are very interested, not many humans are very interested in pulling out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it is something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
I read this last book in 8 minutes.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile.
I really read the book in 8 seconds, but I said minutes to make me seem more human.
But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah! We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal.
This is my fucking dream 4G I'm looking at right now. Oh my god.
Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Wouldn't it be a 5G if you were involved? Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining.
Yeah, I didn't even think of myself being involved. I just thought of them going at it, and I would watch on VHS.
Though I still...
VHS.
Yeah, I rent VHSs from my local pornographic shop. Do you have a problem with that?
I still use my VHS tape recorder.
Yeah.
When was the last time the word tape recorder was uttered by humanity?
I took a picture of me for Instagram with my Blockbuster membership card, and it got like 60,000 likes of everyone being like, "Oh my god, that." It was like in Indiana Jones movies where he's like, "That belongs in a museum." You know, like suddenly people were like, "Oh my god, a relic from another time."
Yeah, that word. I haven't heard that in years.
It's so funny.
Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. They seem really excited about literature.
So, FriendArin, what kind of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Manga's the devil's work!
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
I'm just really glad to be here staring at your clubs. I mean, joining your club.
I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see. Manga, mostly.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
Twilight, mostly.
You ever read Clifford the Big Red Dog? And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. You ever read Clifford Goes to School?
That was a real foreign world for him.
Yuri goes on, completely passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Like, Clifford Makes a Friend. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Just like in Clifford 2, The Revenge.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Like
Clifford 3.
Fucking, I can't even go there. That's you.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. It was Where the Wild Things Are. It's about these monsters on an island. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Anyway, I'm gonna go write my Clifford X Sonic fanfiction next time on GameGrumps.
Next time on GameGrumps. We'll really get to the heart of things.
This is some intense plot.
Yeah, well, don't even get me started.
I'm feeling it.
You'll feel it pretty soon.
What does that mean?